Welcome, 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 ladies and gentlemen. I am Natan Rahovsky, your host with the most. You are here at the Frequency of Abundance. Thank you very much for joining us and tuning in today. I'm going to have so much fun with you as we're wrapping up our final week of season 3 and we're getting ready to get started. So, this is where we have 7 days a week captivating talks. Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern. On the weekends, I'll let you sleep in a bit, pop in at 1 in the afternoon. And the whole point is to really cover everything from internal, like we did in season 1, getting yourself right with you, to external in your communications and relationships with others, like we did in season 2. And now in season 3, we're focusing on your business and your business acumen and getting it into that proper state where we're looking at all the technical stuff from lead generation to client acquisition and fulfillment models. We're looking at marketing and strategy. We were looking at different ways to create magnetic marketing and messaging. And now, for the fun of this week, oh my goodness. This week we started on Monday with content that converts. That's your motivational Mondays. The secret to crafting posts that sell. Tuesdays, that was yesterday, we were having lead magnets that work, growing your email list with value packed offers. And today on Winning Wednesday, we got podcasting, YouTube or blogging, choosing the best platform for growth for you. So I'm so excited to get into it because if you're not sure where to focus your content, right? Like, should you start a podcast? Should you launch a YouTube channel? Double down on blogging. What's going to be the one thing you do? So we'll go through the pros and cons of each platform and how to pick the one that fits your strengths, your business goals. It's the secret to growing your audience and really maximizing impact, making sure that that alignment with your messaging and your market. You don't have a lot of levers to pull, right? Got messaging, got audience. Those are the big drivers. Those are the ones that change the conversation fundamentally. So, if you hear us and you know where we're coming from, if you're feeling the love, I would love to have a comment, a share, a like. I'm going to put my contact information. I'm going to try that in English. I'm going to put my contact information in the chat. There you go. And so you'll notice on there's a couple extra things, a couple extra places that you get to play with us. Number one, if you like where you are coming into and you like the Frequency of Abundance, it is a free group over on LinkedIn. You've got the contact information in the chat. Pop over to LinkedIn. If you don't want the little button there, by all means, just click the Frequency of Abundance, click groups. You're there with us. If you want to be a bit more involved, oh my goodness, there's a small private community. It's paid, but it's tens of dollars a month. And in it, we get a chance to really work together, help each other. The tide raises all boats. We get a chance to network. We do some coaching. So much fun. So that's the Frequency of Abundance group. Join us in that context. We would have so much fun with you. I want to also offer you, we have upcoming personal wellness retreat. Oh my goodness, complimentary, have some fun. Come join us. That's coming up shortly as well. So there's so many ways to play. There's so many places that we can engage. This, the Frequency of Abundance group, both the free and the private community, they're brought to you by Allura Creative Agency. We're the world's first not-for-profit public relations house. So we blow a dog whistle to your target audience if you're hunting C-suite, executives, leaders, owners. We hunt the whales for you. We put on exclusive executive one-of-a-kind events. We co-host them. So you don't introduce yourself or your offer. Completely different way to delight your audience. Reach out to me if you've already spent the money and the time and the energy on brand and you've built it and now you need more visibility, credibility, and a wider target audience. And if you're curious as to where all this is coming from, my background, I've been an elite energy coach for about 30 years now, starting with Cirque du Soleil acrobats and artists, Olympians, national sports teams from around the world. I've had about 15,000 people come through my hands in the last 3 decades, wrote a couple best-selling books on energy management, and that's why I get to invite you to come work with me personally or professionally. If you've ever had an elite energy coach work with you, if you're currently at 9 out of 10 in your life, personally and professionally, and you want to know what 9.1, 9.2 looks like, reach out to me. I invite you to see where that difference comes from when you're used to working at that level with peak performers in sports and business for decades. There are so many different ways to play. We even have a personal momentum energy retreat coming up. So if you want to get into the highest levels of peak performance, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, reach out. We'd love to have you. Love to have you as a guest on the show. So many ways to play in the same sandbox, right? Let's go have some fun together. That's the joy of being a not-for-profit. We're here to help everybody. And in that context, we want to make sure that the tide really does raise the boat for everyone. So today, let's look at podcasting, YouTube, or blogging. What choosing the best platform for growth is going to look like for you. So, if you've ever wondered which is the best way, you're in the right place. We'll do it based on your growth, based on your strengths, your audience, your long-term vision. So grab a coffee, stretch it a little. All right, let's dive in. I think that by the end of this episode, you should have a heck of a lot more clarity on which platform is going to help you reach more people, build your brand, and create lasting impact for you. So number one, we've got to know your strengths. Before we even talk about platforms, let's talk about you. Each platform requires a different skill set. So podcasting. Do you love speaking, storytelling, connecting through voice? If you enjoy conversations and deep dives into topics, podcasting might be your thing. YouTube. Are you comfortable on camera? Do you like visuals, storytelling, demonstrating things? Video is powerful, but it takes more effort, considerably more effort with filming and editing. Blogging. Do you love writing? Do you enjoy crafting articles, guiding readers step by step? Do you enjoy using SEO and search engine optimization to rank yourself? Then blogging could be your perfect fit. So here's a mini exercise. Because we're about the exercises. We know by now this is pen and paper time. This is going to help you get all those neuropsis firing, the synapses going, all those neural pathways reconnecting, strengthening, and making new ones. Your mini exercises, close your eyes for a moment. Just imagine yourself creating content. Which feels the easiest and the most exciting? What's the first thing that comes to mind? I think that should be your starting point. Now, if you're feeling that, click in the comments, click in the chat, share with us, show some love. Let us see and feel where you're coming from. And let's go to step 2. Consider your audience. Now that you know you, consider your audience. Where does your audience hang out? I mean, obvious, right? But let's break it down. So podcasting. Podcasting is going to attract listeners who love deep conversations and multitasking while consuming content. They're washing dishes. They're driving their kids to school. They're multitasking while consuming your content. YouTube. YouTube's different. So YouTube's going to capture people who need the visuals, who need quick answers, who need entertainment. That's going to be YouTube. It comes and lends itself to a higher production value. And people expect that. And so that's where they get their value from. Blogging. Now, blogging is going to be great for those that love to read and research before making decisions. So some people will go, okay, I want to, buy a new piece of technology. I'm going to go to YouTube to watch some reviews and a how-to and a step-by-step so I can take it apart without even having it delivered, and I can see how it works and what's going on. Okay. But then I might also want to go to a blog where people are talking about this piece of technology, and I can read and research and do some more information fact-finding to make that decision. Or maybe I heard that there's these 2 tech guys doing a podcast, and this is one of the things that they're talking about, and I'd love to hear what that perspective looks like as they do a deep dive. So if I'm your ideal target audience, I'd love all 3. It all depends on me and what I want. So if I'm looking for answers on this new piece of technology, I might look to podcasts, I might look to YouTube, I might look to blogs. That's why there are no wrong answers for you. It's whatever works for you. Because while going through this, you don't need to hit all 3. You just need to be there on the one that you pick so that when your ideal client, comes around to you, you're there and you're ready. Let's take that action step. This one's going to be fun. I want you to poll your audience. Yeah. Go to the peeps that you know. Go to your fam. Go deep down inside your social medias. Go to all your connections, all your followers, and poll your audience. If you have an email list, poll them. If you have social following, great, poll them. But ask them how they prefer to consume content. And you might be surprised, because here you are, let's say, on Facebook, asking people how they like to consume content. What if they don't say Facebook? Here you are on YouTube, asking Well, I like to blog, but yet here we are on YouTube. So you never know. You never know. That's why you have to ask. And the audience is the only one who knows because it's them. Ask them what they want. You'll be amazed. Step 3. This one's going to be neat. I need you to know that if we're not looking at monetization and long-term growth, we're not going to be here long enough to make this work. This does not go up quick and easy, but it also doesn't get taken down quick and easy, which is kind of cool. So monetization and long-term growth, we need to sustain your platform. Now, if you're podcasting, monetization is going to come through sponsorships, listener donations. It's going to come through premium content that you upcharge for, behind the scenes, those kind of things. So that's how you monetize on podcasting. YouTube, you earn from ads. You get brand deals. There are memberships and ways that people can join your Patreon or pay you in other ways. But know that for you to monetize directly from YouTube, you're looking at, and I don't know what the current rules are, but last I checked, at least 1,000 active subscribers, at least 10,000 hours of watched footage from your channel before monetization can begin. So like we talked about, not quick and easy. Takes a minute, costs $1, yeah. But that's what makes it so stable and secure. And people know that. They know that it's not quick and easy, and because of that they respect you more. And they value what you have to offer more. Now, blogging, this one's different. Blogging is going to give you SEO optimized content, and that can bring in revenue through affiliate marketing, can bring in revenue through ad networks, and other digital products. So none of these are free and none of these are for fun. All of them can be monetized. You just need to know who's the audience. Like, A, be cool with you. That was step 1. Step 2, figure out what audience is going where and how they like to digest their content. That's you, asking them, how do you want to consume this? And now for 3, this is how we monetize this, depending on where you're coming from. So if you're on podcasting, this is how you monetize. YouTube over here, blogging like this. Mini exercise. Let's look at writing down some income goals. 5, 10, 20, 50, 100,000 a month. What do you like? What do you want? Do you want not just the numbers, but how do you want it? Do you want that as passive income? Do you want that as direct sponsorships? Do you want product sales? You answer honestly about you. It's going to help go a long way towards answering what's the best platform choice for you. If we're looking at the next level, now we'd want to talk about step 4. So step 4 would be commitment and time investment. Each platform is going to require completely different levels of commitment. So if you're saying, hey, I have a lot of time and a lot of effort, I want to do this, or I have almost no time and almost no effort, bad platform for you. That's why I want to get down into it. So like, share, comment, give us some love in here if you're feeling the vibe, if you want to be a guest on the show, if you want to come to one of our incredible retreats, if you want to come and be a member of the clan and join us over at the Frequency of Abundance, the free group, our private community. If you wanted to come and be not just a guest here, but come play in our sandbox. Join Allura Creative. See if we can't shine a spotlight on your messaging, broadcast that out to the world. Go hunt those whales for you. Join me and see if maybe elite energy coaching and mastering how to go up, down, and neutralizing your energy levels might be something that helps bring you to the next level. I look forward to being there and helping and really being a part of the next step for you. So let's look at commitment and time investment. Podcasting. You can batch record episodes, but consistency is going to be key. So let's say I know I needed 6 promo videos, each about 2-3 minutes long. I don't need to record those over days. I can sit down and record all of them on podcasting. But it's consistency that's going to be key. So when do I send those out? How consistently do I do that? For us, we're here 9 a.m. Monday to Friday, 1 p.m. on the weekends. That needs to be consistent. That's part of it. This is podcasting. YouTube. Filming, editing. Oh, gosh. Thumbnails. It all requires a lot more effort. But it'll also have massive reach. it's the number one biggest search engine in the world, right? YouTube. So keeping that in mind, worth the time, worth the commitment, worth even going and having someone who knows what they're doing kind of spare you going through your best efforts. Maybe we could just jump straight to best practices and skip all that pain and suffering. Something to consider. Going where others have gone before you is always a hallmark of somebody who doesn't want to waste their time and energy, right? I don't know of any single athlete in the world, in any sport, in the history of the world, that has ever reached any claim and any level of skill without a coach. If you do, know one, name one, by all means, throw that in the chat. I'd love to hear that. In the meantime, know that if we get down to podcasting, consistency, batch recording, YouTube, filming, editing, thumbnails, more time and effort, bigger reach. Blogging, it's going to take time to build SEO traffic. That doesn't get turned on, and it also doesn't get turned off. So once your content ranks, now it's going to start working for you 24/7. Different goal markers, right? Different goalposts, different ways to measure success depending on your platform. So I want you to map out, here's your action step, map out how many hours a week you realistically want to commit. There's no point in choosing YouTube if you can't spend time editing. It's part of it. Or pay someone to edit it for you. It's part of it. Any of these, if you do, you got to do it right, right? Best efforts, best practices. So let's take a look at step 5. Now, we're choosing and we're taking action. Now it's time to make a choice. You felt a knee-jerk reaction long before we got to this point in the conversation, right? The best platform is the one that you're going to stick with. So here's your final exercise. This is tough guy stuff, all right? Tough girl stuff. Ready? Say this out loud. I commit to for the next 90 days and it will show up consistently. Pick one. I commit to podcasting, YouTube, blogging for the next 90 days and will show up consistently. Write it down. Tell somebody, post it, blast it out to the interwebs, and make it real. That's the difference between those that want and those that try and those that do. We take the vulnerability, we get naked and exposed, we go out there in the universe, and that vulnerability is incredibly, incredibly attractive and inviting to people that are coming in and going, my goodness, there's another real human. Neat. Not a bot, not a weird thing, not a weird person, an actual real human. So in that capacity, I want you to think of, even when these types of talks and things go out into the universe, you never know how far they go. I've mentioned this in another one of these, that I was blessed enough to be on the other part of the world, over in the UK and then in Scotland, and I was talking to people that had seen this podcast. And I was like, really? And they're like, yes, we wake up every morning, we watch you and we see you, and I'm like, that's so cool. And that is so neat because not everybody likes and comments and shares. You don't always know when you're getting all the love, but you're feeling and knowing that you're putting in the work, and day by day you're constantly sending out content, value, right? The best way to show somebody that you can help them is to actually just help them. Come on now. So if any of this helps, if any of this resonates, if any of this brings you forward, I invite you to reach out. I invite you to grab a one-on-one. I invite you to see where you can elevate and take yourself to the next level. Because some of us are here to actually help, and we serve those that serve others. So if we can help you in that capacity professionally, I would love to see where we can bring you and your brand up to the next level. If you're ready to take yourself personally, energetically to the next level, oh my goodness, we have retreats, we have events, we have private elite energy coaching, so many different ways for you to play, so many different ways for you to get what you need inside. Now, for the rest of the week, know that we already covered Monday, Tuesday, and today was Winning Wednesday. Tomorrow on Thriving Thursdays, we're going to show how to create viral content and get more engagement online. Fearless Friday is going to be popping in with mastering LinkedIn and Instagram for coaches. A simple strategy to attract clients. Successful Saturdays, we got social proof and testimonials, how to leverage client wins for more sales. And then on Soaring Sunday, AI and automation, right? How to save time and make more money in your business. Might be a nice way to close out season 3, don't you think? So for today, I'm hoping you understood the pros and cons of each platform. I'm hoping you got to pick whether podcasting, YouTube, or blogging was more that fit your strength and your business goals. And that's where you also got to hear some of those secrets of growing your audience and maximizing your impact. So if you're ready to stop guessing and start growing, this was the season for you professionally in there. And if anything I can do on my level, please reach out to me. I'd love to be a part of that journey for you. I'd love to introduce you to some friends. I'd love to hang out and play. There's about 15,000 of us in my community online that are absolutely in that blessed place. Too blessed to be stressed, right? So repeat after me. Too blessed to be stressed. And I'm so excited. I will pop in and say, you don't have to get this perfect, right? You just got to get started. Growth is going to happen when you take action, when you learn and you adjust along the way. There's not a lot of growth if you picked it, you got it right, and then you're like, not a lot of good feelings to go with that either. So a little friction, a little obstacle, a little confrontation, it's going to help you go, and overcome that obstacle. And progress equals happiness. And we don't progress if we don't have something that's a bit of a resistance. Enjoy that process. If you like this episode, DM me, share with a friend. Come back tomorrow. Let's grow together. I want to see you tomorrow. Frequency of abundance. I think we're going to have some fun. And know that we're popping in on Thriving Thursdays for how to create viral content, get more engagement online. So, I am Natan Verhosky, your host with the most. I will see you tomorrow.